Okay, so today we're working on lesson 10-3. It is volume of spheres. Our goal is that we can find the volume of a sphere. So we're going to find that if we find the volume of the sphere or the formula to find the radius. Okay, 2 days ago we did volume of a cylinder. Anyone remember what that formula is?
Yes. Huh?
What is the volume of a cylinder?
Volume equals base times height.
And what's base of a cylinder?
Pi times radius squared.
Okay, so a cylinder is volume equals pi times radius squared times height. What about the volume of a cone from yesterday?
1/3 times pi times
Good. The only difference between cylinder and cone is we throw in a third. Today, with a sphere, it's a lot different because it's not like a cone shape. Instead, it's all just circular and everything's there. So you're going to see that the volume is the product of 4/3 times pi and the cube of the radius. So we're not even going to use height. The way this all comes out is volume is 4/3 times pi times radius cubed. So once you have that, the rest of this should be easy. It's just solve an equation. So we're only going to do a couple of them. Find the volume of each sphere, round to the nearest tenth. First thing you should always do is you're writing the equations. Volume equals 4/3 pi radius cubed. And I will write down that I know my radius is 4. I solve on my equation. Volume equals 4/3 pi. My radius is 4 cubed. And so all I'm doing is copying down the equation. The biggest thing is understanding how to use your calculator. So I'm going to do my 4 to the third power. So 4 to the third power, which is 4 times 4 times 4, is 64. I'm going to times by pi, and remember, use the pi key on your calculator instead of 3.14, so we're more accurate. And we get this. How do I times by 4/3 up? How am I going to do multiplying 4/3 on my calculator? Avery? Absolutely. Times by your numerator, so times everything by 4, and then we divide by our denominator. 268.08. 268.08. And they told us round to the nearest tenth. There's my tenth.
There's supposed to be squiggles.
Oh, I failure at life again. So then I go here, so I'll say volume is approximately, good job catching that, 268.1 centimeters cubed. Any big question on how we do this? Once you have the equation, it's really simple for the most part. Any big questions?
Can I have a piece of paper?
And just like, yeah. I don't want you looking at your questions, I want you to find it. What about B? What's the difference? So how do I find my radius? Yeah. So if my diameter is 10, my radius is half of that, 5. Then we use the same equation. The only other one I have to do is, and if you're looking for help, there's both of these worked out. Okay, the only one we're going to do is this one. Oops, not that one, sorry. Is this. Find the radius of the sphere. So we still use our same equation. Volume equals 4/3 pi radius cubed. This time my radius is unknown, but my volume is 288 times pi. Now this is where I do need you guys to participate, make sure you understand how to do this. All we're doing is fill in the blanks. Volume equaled 288 times pi. They said pi because they didn't want to say 3.14, they wanted all the decimals. So I'm going to substitute in, instead of volume, 288 pi, and I'm going to say equals 4/3 pi, and we are trying to solve for my radius. What would you feel like you should do first? So I'm going to solve this equation. 288 times pi equals 4/3 pi r cubed. We want to solve for r. What do you feel like you should do first? Ryan? Huh? Okay, we want to isolate the r, so how can I do that? Okay, what are we going to divide by?
Pi.
Good. First thing I want to do is I'm going to divide by pi.
Oh, pi. I said 5.
Now, here's the nice thing. I have pi on both sides. Pi divided by pi is 1, or they cancel each other out. Pi divided by pi. So I'm going to be left with 288 equals 4/3, and then here's my r cubed. Okay, this is where we got stuck last time. Now I want to still get my r isolated. Now I know it's r cubed. I'm not going to undo that because all that's red. I just want to get only red on that side. How do I undo 4/3? It's 4/3 times r cubed.
Do you divide by 4 and then times by 3? It's the opposite of what you do on the other side.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, okay, I see how you're saying. So, divide by 4 times by 3. Okay, which, okay, I get what you're saying. I think you get it. But how else can we say it? Multiply by the reciprocal. So we could divide by 4/3, or like Molly was saying, the way she explained it was actually the process we'll do. But I'm going to times by the reciprocal, which is 3/4. Because 4/3 times 3/4 is 1, so they undo each other. And I'd have r cubed left over. But on this side of my calculator, kind of like Avery was telling me earlier, I'm going to do 288 times my numerator 3, and then I'm going to divide by my denominator. So 216. Last step, how do I get my r all by itself?
Cube root.
Good. It's being cubed, so we cube root. We cube root. R equals, well, and remember we do 216. On my calculator, I have to shift. I'm going to go to the y root. My calculator said, hey, you're finding the root of this to what power? I'm going to say the third power is 6. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. So my final answer is my radius was 6 inches. Okay? So here's what you guys are doing today for your homework. There's only 6 problems on big ideas. Like I said, one, I need you to show your work. So just like I did here, this is kind of what I expect to see if you're solving for that. If you're finding the volume, it's just that work. Let your calculator do the work, but show me the steps. Make sure you put your name on your paper and then turn it into the tray. Once you have 1, 2, and 3 for the lessons done, you are done.